Welcome out to Bryan High School. Second game of the tri-match here. It's going to be Lima Central Catholic and Coldwater. Coldwater 17-1 overall. Lima Central Catholic now 2-15 as they went down to defeat to Bryan in the first game of this tri-match. Chris Malenga, Jordan Brown here with you. And Jordan, Coldwater's a good volleyball team.
I'm really excited to watch Coldwater. Just looking at their schedule, and they only had one loss, and that one loss was to New Bremen, who won D4 State last year, and it was a 5-set match.
Yeah, so Coldwater's sitting at 17-1 overall, 6-1 in the MWC. Want to meet our game officials, being sponsored by Tri-State Vision Center. Tri-State Vision Center has been serving the area since 1977. Contact us at our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Officials today are Cole Whitman and Benjamin Blewett. Our lineups today being sponsored by Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications. Call Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications for all your mechanical piping needs at 419-519-3111. There you see the lineup. Lineup going to be exactly the same for LCC as it was against the Golden Bears. Coldwater lines up as you can see on your screen, and it'll be interesting to see if Lima Central Catholic can hold their own here, or if this will be a quick couple sets.
Yeah, just watching Coldwater warm up, they're so fast, and their hitters get so high, and I'm talking like 10-foot line kills.
All right, we are going to take our first timeout of the match. We'll come back with more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration, and everyone who played a role in this project. We just want to say,
thank you!
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan built!
The Fountain City Amphitheater provides opportunities for families and friends to have fun at many different events. After winning Season 21 of The Voice on Team Kelly, Girl Named Tom recently performed a free concert on the AMP's incredible outdoor stage, thanks to numerous corporate and family sponsors.
With a 5-tier sponsorship opportunity, you can help support this project and all that is to come. Sponsorships promote brand exposure and include unique bonuses with each tier.
To learn more about how you can help provide quality programming at the AMP, visit cityofbryan.com/FC Amphitheater.
Back out here at Bryan High School, Chris Malenga, Jordan Brown with you here on WOSN. A game produced today by the Golden Bears Sports Network. Going to be a good one here. Coldwater, get to see this 17-1 team play here in person. And as you said, watching them during warm-ups, they're next level.
They really are, and again, coming from the MAC, which we all know is like one of the highest conferences in Ohio in terms of like competitiveness and just abilities. It's going to be fun to watch, but on one side, probably.
Yeah. If you're not the other side, you know, Coldwater and Lima Central Catholic have done this tri-match multiple times. They kind of rotate around, and sometimes they've actually done both the JV and the varsity at the same time. We're in two different gyms today, so we can bring you the game on the TV. But boy, just watching them warm up, it's completely different than any other team we've seen probably covered in my several years here at the Golden Bears Sports Network.
And like we sit here and on like kind of fangirling over, but then it's also kind of cool because then that's what you aspire to be. You're like, okay, what can we do to get to that, maybe not to that exact level, but get closer to that level.
Absolutely. Well, we're about ready to get this one underway. It's going to be Coldwater and Lima CC coming up here. The Thunderbirds and the Cavaliers, two names that you don't really see a lot of.
Not around here.
So they will line up and they'll get ready to start. We won't do a national anthem in this one, and we will get started to go right now here. And we're excited to get this one underway. Coach, Mr. Blewett is fixing the net over there, checking things out, and got veteran officials right here. These two have done a ton of games.
They really have, especially here too. And it's always just nice when you know that you don't have to worry about like officiating or iffy calls or things like that. So they do a good job.
All right, so Coldwater and LCC. Coldwater will be the visiting team on the scoreboard here. and Lima Central Catholic will be the home team. Lima Central Catholic is coached by Ron Coleman. Coldwater, Nikki Etzler. I did not see who won the toss or who will get serve. We were busy changing over from our other game.
Yeah.
On a tri-match like today, it's challenging from a production standpoint because we have to switch up graphics and everything like that. So kudos to the Golden Bear Sports Network team and the director, Krista Bruner, for everything that she did to make this happen.
Yeah, I always see the orange and black, and I just think of Liberty Center.
Yep.
We don't think of Coldwater around here.
Absolutely. So Coldwater's libero is Rachel Schroyer. She's a 5'6" senior. And Emma Donnelly is libero for LCC.
One thing you notice just right off the bat is Coldwater's height, just
Oh, yeah.
all the way around.
They definitely, you asked me earlier if people played basketball, and it does have a basketball look to it.
Yeah.
And quickly.
They're so fast. So it's going to be important if the block, for both LCC and Bryan really, the block has either got to jump earlier because they jump so fast, got to even it out a little bit, or just stay back and play defense. And it's important for LCC just to control what they do. That's a great dig. Get it up. Control their side.
Nice dig
Another
again.
dig.
Oh, just nobody there to set it up. So
that's got to be so frustrating for the libero, getting two great digs in a row and just watching it drop. Tight serve, yeah.
Oh, right over the
pass.
net. And that was number 14.
With their height, it's,
Wendell.
Yeah, with their height, it's going to be really important for passes to be not so tight, because it's either going to be a kill or their blockers are well equipped to just get it right back over.
Back row serve and just not able to get it up tall enough. Carolina Kill back there, just a little touch up and not a strong.
Yeah, and I'm not
hit
sure
up.
if that serve wasn't about to sail out either. A great serve receive pass. Right up to your target.
Just too tall. So when you're playing a team like Coldwater that has had so much success, you have to not be beating yourselves.
Yeah, it's going to
So
be.
things like that where you send it over and you fire it out of bounds, that's not good.
Yeah, and it's going to be depleting too, because they're going to be able to capitalize on those errors. And like volleyball, it's one of those things where you have to control your own side because you don't touch the other opponent. It's not like football or basketball or anything like that. Like, you're in complete control of your own side. So just really like making sure those passes are where they need to be, that effort, the energy. Like, a good team's going to beat you, like, because they're a good team. But the way you play is really important.
And that'll be out, so a good job there to take serve back and get a side out as LCC trails 6-1 now, and Tegan Helmig will come up for the serve. And I've been impressed with the play of Emma Donnelly so far early on the libero for LCC.
Yeah, she's been all over. She's gotten some good digs. She's right, what number is that, 12?
Yep, Sophie Miller.
She's right there. She's got to take maybe one step up and get really, like we always say, like you want to get low to like pass, but I'm talking real low because it's coming straight down and you want to at least pop the ball up.
And that'll be an error. Kill had it.
Off the 8. For that one, like, she's there. Again, stay low, pass and hold. She kind of like chopped at it where and then the ball was quite kind of out of control. Right back to her. Coldwater's definitely going to spot serve those.
When they see like a soft spot over there in that
Either
defense,
a soft
they're going to do
spot
that.
or maybe a player that's not quite as strong as at serve receive. They're going to pick on those people and spot serve. So you'll see the coach, either one of the assistant coaches on the bench has the clipboard up and down. They're the ones calling the serve.
Nice block at the net.
Good effort. Good effort. Way to play. Those are things you want to see.
Little touch
Again,
over.
that spot, just like in the first set with Bryan, that spot behind the block is wide open.
Yeah. Kira Kanapke was the one that just tapped that one over. This will be Spencer Etzler. The freshman will serve. And right.
A little slide here. Good dig. And then, good dig. That's another good dig. Again, all you didn't want to do is make the ball playable.
Don't beat yourself.
Nope.
And she had a hand on it there in that back row left side.
Yeah, a little off timing on Coldwater's side. But the thing that's difficult about Coldwater too is they've got all 3 hitters going at the same time, which meaning like they're taking their approach at the same time, so you're not quite sure which hitter to block.
Free ball for Coldwater. And another big hit over by Kanapke to kill it. 12-1. If you're Coach Coleman of LCC, what are you looking to accomplish? You're playing a really tough opponent. What are you looking to accomplish here? You just get some reps in against quality competition and...
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot to play somebody like Coldwater. I think for me as a coach, what I would be looking for is effort and energy because, again, they're just clearly a better team. So a better team's going to beat you no matter what. But that's also why you play the game. Like, they can make mistakes too. Like, Coldwater can make mistakes. They're not invincible. But making sure those fundamentals are there. See, like a mistake. Were we in the net? Yeah, Coldwater was in the net.
Yep.
So, and then just capitalize. Do what you know best. Rely on your training. Trust yourself. Trust your teammates. And it's really important that mental game, like, if you get killed or they're on a run, like 13-3, it's really important just to be like, okay, you know what, next ball. At least get some. You want to look for the really good things, like their libero has gotten a lot of good digs.
So be Madison Wendell serving for the Cavaliers. A little tap back, and again, it's really challenging. You can only control what you can control on your side of the net.
Right. So, but at the same time, LCC's racking up some of their own errors.
Yep.
And as good as Coldwater is, they're serving in their spot. So you can see she's moving down the line. Her coach gave her a different call. Down that seam, right in between.
Sefernick has a quick chat with Coach Coleman. He's seen something there. So how involved is Coldwater's coaching staff in what's happening over here as far as where they're positioning the ball and things like that?
Very. So you'll see, like, the one coach is calling the serves where they want their players to serve the ball, which is really strategic, and because they're looking at one, serve receive and passing from other people, from the other team. Other ones might just be keeping stack or looking at defensive positions.
Morgan Blasingame was the one that hit that one over. Abigail Schwederman will check in for Coldwater. Nice dig out.
And it's opportunities for Coldwater, I think, to try different plays or different runs. Right there you saw a slide for number 6.
And you wonder, what Coldwater's benefit is to playing a game like this, but you're right, it is an opportunity to try some things out against competition that is a little weaker.
And honestly, like, it's a mental game for Coldwater just as much, because sometimes you get into that trap of like, oh, we know that they're not very good, so we're not going to like put our full effort in and be 100% mentally there. So it's a good mental challenge for them too, to be like, okay, we're going to play our style volleyball and we're going to force them to play up to us, and we're not going to play down to them. Great run by 13, great dig.
And you really never see free balls from Coldwater. They're
No.
always hitting three. They're always trying to get it to one of their hitters
Yep.
on the outside.
It's some sort of an attack, whether roll, a push, strategic tip.
Good effort there again by Donnelly. And just a little bit out of position there.
They're like 99% there. They just got to take one more step up because they think that it's coming a little bit further than it is, but Coldwater is so tall and they'll get on top of that ball and hit it straight down. So they got to scoot up a little bit on their defense.
LCC wants a timeout to talk about things as they're down 20-4 here in the first set. Remember, as I learned last game, we only play three, total of three.
Yes.
So we'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Recreation, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin, Turnbull, Feudal Open Crematory, and Veteran Services of Williams County, bringing you this game on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Jordan Brown, Chris Malenga here with you. If you're watching on thebryansports.com, welcome. And if you're watching on WOSN, thank you. We appreciate you watching this one between Coldwater and Lima Central Catholic. And Coldwater is everything is advertised.
Yeah, pretty much. It's fun to see. So based on what I'm saying, I'm expecting a big tournament run because I know I think draws are on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I think draws are tomorrow. So at this rate, if you're LCC, do what you can. I'm sure he just called that timeout just because, you have one and they're on a run. Get them off their game a little bit. Hey, and then you start it out. You're always like, yes, the coach got a point because of the timeout. In your head, you're always like, yes.
20-5. Carolina Kill to serve for LCC. Nice block at the net.
There you go. Now you just got to keep that hustle. Again, control your side. Nice job. Hey, that's a great swing.
That is a great swing, and that is the first time that a mistake over here.
Yes, and you take that, if you're LCC, you take that, and you're super excited. You're super excited. Like, why not? You just got a kill on a great team.
Timeout. They time out. They get a bad serve by Coldwater, and then have a nice rally there that ends at a point for them.
Yeah, and
that'll be out again.
And another error by Coldwater. So
Coach Coleman looks like a genius right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Again, if you're LCC, you can't take things too hard on yourself when you're playing a team like Coldwater. Just do what you know how to do. Pass the ball. Yep. 20. Try and find her number.
And there's a big kill right there for Morgan Blasingame.
No, but number 20 on LCC, she keeps calling for the ball because she wants to be aggressive. She's like, why not?
Carolina Kill, again, a great volleyball name.
Yeah.
Jump serve there.
Serve, receive, pass right on point.
Oh, and this is
nice
trouble.
Deep spot, too. And this is probably one of the only free balls you'll ever see from Coldwater. Tight pass.
Nice dig there.
Good hustle. Again, all you gotta ask for is hustle. And LCC's taking advantage of it. Because once you get into that rhythm, and then LCC will end up playing up towards Coldwater, and they're probably going to play some of their best volleyball. Good dig. Oh.
Just out.
Just in, yeah.
Just in.
But that was a great run.
It was.
Great
absolutely.
rally.
That timeout was called with one point for LCC at that point. 22-7 now.
And if you're Coldwater, you don't freak out. Just try to get out of it. Focus on what you can do. They were a little bit out of control those couple points.
Serving is Mia Kanapke, 5'9" sophomore. Oh, right back into the net.
Oh yeah, she was kind of standing straight up on that one, so it ran off her fist rather than getting under the ball and popping it straight up. Yep, that's what her coach was just telling her to get low.
So this will be set point here, 24-7 Coldwater. leading. Well, that's a little
Nice.
soft serve over.
Short serve.
Almost able to play it off the ball.
Yeah,
the
right
net,
idea
rather.
digging out of the net.
All right, so Coldwater gets set number 1, 25-7. Going to take this timeout, come back with set 2 after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network here on WOSN. Coldwater LCC going to set 2. Coldwater won that first one 25-7.
Yeah. I mean, they're a legit team.
They are, absolutely. And they're changing their lineup up just a little bit. So I'm going to get that entered here so I get everything I need.
They're probably just trying different sets too, or a different rotation. Depending on like who's in the front row, like what hitters are in the front row, if she wants to see something. Or you know what, honestly, like maybe because a certain rotation didn't get as much reps in the first set because it was so lopsided, they might be opposites.
That'll be too many hits. So quickly, Coldwater 1-0 lead. Kira Kanapke as your server.
Good serve receive pass. Again, that second pass is real short for LCC. Gotta get that up higher.
Tie ball game. I was just gonna say, even when Coldwater looks like they're gonna have a mistake there, they're still able to get over.
Yeah, I think that just their skill and being able to know like what their teammates like, especially like their setter in the front row. She knows what her hitter's like.
Good block.
Great block. And again, like you got a block on Coldwater, who's probably making a big run in tournament, so you got to celebrate what you can.
Caitlin Sefernick had that great block up there on the right side of the front row.
It'd be interesting to see what Coldwater, what their play is like for example, when they played New Bremen, which was a 5-set match, so you know it was good. And New Bremen winning state last year, like what their full speed and full potential is, because it's kind of hard to tell. Great block. Kind of hard to tell when it's so lopsided.
Combination of Spencer Etzler and Morgan Blasingame there that had that block. Yeah, and when you look at teams like this, and you're Lima Central Catholic and you're Bryan, this is something you aspire to be.
Oh, easily. When you look at them warming up, you're like, holy crap. It's just something like, okay, what can we do to maybe take that next step forward to be maybe not as exactly like them, but how can we get better to be more like them or more competitive? That's a great pickup.
That was a great dig there. It always amazes me, the liberos that can just stick their fist out when a ball is going to be a definite point and just stick it out and somehow save it.
That's natural ability and just the feel for the game. It's fun to watch when that happens, and you'll see a lot of, if you watch college volleyball, they'll just kind of move towards the ball and stick their hands out, and they always get it. It's just natural ability.
That'll be out, so 6-2 and be a side out. Taking Helmig will.
I just had a mom text me that they already have 6 D1 commits.
Wow.
So.
Yep, that. Nice dig
but
out.
Again, number 3, their libero.
Emma Donnelly.
Yeah, is doing a great job in the back row.
Got senior leader up there. Again, she dug it out.
Good dump.
You've got that look like you're going to go up and just kill it, and then a little tiny touch, and it's very, very deceiving.
And their block, obviously, they got the one really good block, but not consistent enough.
Ooh.
That's a great job. What I noticed from that is their setter, like you can take it as long as the ball isn't completely across the plane, like you can still play that, and the setter kind of like moved her body around the net so she can set it back to her middle, and that's just absolute incredible skill.
Libero took that one off like her neck.
Oh yeah, and if you're LCC, like you still want to try to be aggressive. Like you don't want to try to give them, I should say, like free balls or easy sets over the net, just because like we've seen, they're going to capitalize and like stick it right down your throat. So if you're LCC, you still want to try to be aggressive to make them play defense.
And that's out. Rare service error for the Coldwater Cavaliers.
Gotten, I want to say, like 3 errors on their own, and LCC's got 3 points. So if your Coldwater's clean it up just a teeny bit. I know it's hard playing against a team that's not as quite high of a caliber, but they're getting a lot of hitting practice.
(11-3). Libero to serve, Rachel Schroyer, 5'6" senior. She likes to pick on that back corner.
Yeah, so obviously the assistant coaches have seen that she's not the greatest or one of the weaker serve-receive passers, so they're probably going to pick on her a little bit more, which that would be the 5 spot. So that assistant coach is probably giving her a 5.
Right there, same spot.
It.
It was right to Caitlin Severnick, and she's like, I had it.
Yep, she sure had it.
It's amazing to me the communication that goes on among these volleyball teams as to who's doing what.
That's a great swing, great dig. And they got a kill off it. They got a point. So again, if you're LCC, you might as well try to be aggressive. Make the other team work for it, play defense rather than just being complacent and getting the ball over the net. Which, I mean, you want. when you're playing a team as good as Coldwater, but still you want to make them work, show them what you've got.
Nice dig again.
Yeah, and she was off the net too, and you can tell like she likes it a little bit closer, but again, with their big approaches and the way that they can jump and their reach and things like that, like she was able to still get over the net with a roll.
Etzler fires it over.
So fast.
They are. They're just everywhere on the court.
Their offense is so fast. And especially those quick sets in the middle where it's not very high, but that's on purpose because your middle is going before the setter even touches it. And by the time they get up there, the ball's literally like right by their hand.
And again, that front right side has been the target of a lot of the blocks or the hits at the net.
Yeah, the right side of the court really. And checking our spot. Yep, called a short spot. That coach did.
It's a skilled, well-coached team, that's for sure.
Very, and when you have that many servers, yep, she's checking her spot. When she has that, and you can see Coach Sam Fowles checking to see his spot, probably being like, oh, is she going to hit it? But when you have that many skilled servers where you can spot serve for all 6 of them, that's pretty impressive. Got a slide going. Again, she's right there, and way to play it off. Sometimes with such a hard hit, the digs can be a tad out of control where they're not going exactly to the setter. So that one was off to the left side, but she still played it. And again, you just got to keep playing the ball.
Even when Coldwater makes a mistake, they recover very well.
Very quickly.
More than other teams do.
Yes, where sometimes if you make a mistake, it's that
foot fault?
rotation.
Oh, rotation.
So I wonder if someone moved a little too quick. You got to wait till that server hits the ball. But yeah, going back to your point, like it's volleyball's that mental part of it is once you make a mistake, it's kind of hard to not get in a rut. But Coldwater doesn't seem to be that way. But again, like this is a lopsided match, so it'd be interesting to see like what they were like with New Bremen and St. Henry, who goes to state quite a bit. And
were there other games close, or were they a lot of blowouts, a lot of sweeps and? Yeah, looking down that list, 2-0, 3-0.
They're really on Marion Local.
They've got 3, New Bremen, Marion Local, and there was one on that front page that went 3-2. Crestview. And Shawnee.
Shawnee, yeah. So they play competition.
Yeah. And that MAC is definitely a good conference in all sports.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My dad went to Delphi St. John, so he knows the MAC very well. And again, that just like gets them ready for tournaments, so they know you play quality competition and you can compete against it, if not win, and then from there when you get to tournament, and this might be a good tournament kind of dress rehearsal for Coldwater, because with tournaments your higher seeds will play your lower seeds, and it's that mental game of like, okay, let's get our business done, let's go in, and then we move on to the next.
And let's not play complacent because your opponent is not as quality as you are.
Right. So when it gets to tournament time, you just really never know. Or like you get a team that's just like, you know what, it's a tournament. If we lose, we go home, and that's not okay.
That'll be out.
Service error.
Not a ton of those for Coldwater, but there have been a few.
There have, and it's because they're being aggressive, because they call their serves in their spots, so at least you know they're trying to be aggressive. It's not just being like, okay, ability or the mental part of it. They're trying to hit their spots. Great serve. That's a great serve. She almost got an ace off of that. But again, like they're so good and skilled that they still got a hit off of it rather than just a free ball over.
Yep. 21-7.
Good swing out of the back row. Again,
Nice job there with
you
keeping
gotta
it
be
alive.
aggressive.
Keeping that one alive for Coldwater was Olivia Boring. She just kind of hit it up. It was coming right at her head, and she just tapped it up.
She's one I've been keeping my eye on. She's got great jump ability and just quickness.
And ball gets hit backwards.
Gotta keep that ball in front of you, or at least if you have to pass outside of your body, dip that shoulder, that inside shoulder, so the ball off your platform can stay in the court. But again, Coldwater's good servers.
Big swing there. And we're at
Right idea from number 7 on LCC. Like, she was there, just gotta push a little bit over.
Tatum Miller. This will be a game point or match point for Coldwater. And
Another service error, yeah.
So it will extend at least one more point. And Coldwater ends it right there.
Yeah.
They extended it.
Fun game.
Yeah, one more, and you got to see a great team there. And Coldwater at LCC as Coldwater wins that one 25-8. All right, so let's wrap this one up as we got another set going on. We want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Recreation, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin, Turnbull, Funeral Home and Crematory Veterans Services of Williams County. All right, our director for this game, Krista Bruner. Our cameras, John Tripodi and Florence Jones. Want to thank the athletic department here at BHS, Nathan Keel, Teresa Kuzmal. For WSN, Nick Fraley and Kelly Getz. Our Golden Bear for Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak. And you can watch today's broadcast on bryansports.com or WSN Monday at 7. WSN can be found locally here in Bryan on Spectrum Channel 19 or over the air on Channel 26.1. This broadcast is produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District, is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network with Jordan Brown, I'm Chris Malenga. Again, your final score 2-0. Coldwater wins. Have a good day, everybody.